Over the winter months, I've been answering a lot of questions regarding the car detailing products I use, and a bunch have been specific to the wheels and tires. With the exception of ice and snow, I daily drive my car through the winter and it gets pretty dirty. And as a lot of you know, I have personal issues with drive-through car washes, especially in my area where all they basically do is take the dirt, scratch your paint, rip off your mirror, scratch your wheels, and sometimes you get rear-ended by the occasional moron. So I don't have a lot of opportunities to clean the wheels during the frozen hose months. This video will go through what I consider to be a quick wheel wash, because more often than not, this is all the time I have, and because I do it often enough, it's generally all I really need to do. These steps can be repeated for a more thorough cleaning if you get your wheels too dirty. Now, I want to point out a few important details about this video. It's been a long time since my last cleaning, and I'm about to go away for 3 weeks. My flight leaves in a few hours, and I was rushed. This is the perfect example of my normal cleaning ritual. Not many people have 2 hours to detail their wheels, and I'm not about to make a fake video on how I regularly rip the wheels off my car and detail them. That's not true, and it's not helpful to you guys. 95% of the time, this video accurately represents the amount of effort I put into my wheels and tires to get them show ready. Even my suggestion of driving up on a couple of 2x4s so you can fully clean the wheel is not even done in this video. Again, I'm going for accuracy on what I do regularly. I've got 2 kids, lots of home and family stuff going on, and really every minute counts. I'd also like to point out that I'm not promoting or affiliated with any specific line of detail products. I test various products. When I find the ones that work, I stick with it. I've tried chemical cleaners for my wheels, even some of the more expensive ones. If I'm gagging from the fumes, or I still need to get on my knees to clean up the remaining brake dust, I feel why bother, when his less harmful suds only take me a few more minutes to get it clean. Alright, we're starting out with wheels that I consider are very dirty. They have not been cleaned in a few weeks and they have brake dust and road salt caked on. I recommend before starting to drive up on a set of blocks or 2x6s to allow you to clean the whole wheel much easier. But in this video, didn't have the time, so I didn't do that. I start with a very light spray of water on my tires only. Then I coat them in Adam's tire and rubber cleaner and then agitate with a stiff brush to fully coat the wheel. I wait about 2 minutes for it to work its magic, and I found this stuff to be amazing at stripping the brown and the old tire gel from my wheels. It's also important to know that you shouldn't keep coating your wheels with tire gel. You always got to do this process to remove the last application before adding more. This is how you see those super shiny brown tires at car shows. After sitting for 2 minutes, you can see the tire and rubber cleaner has turned brown. I recoat the tires in the Adams and then give them a really good scrubbing. As you can see, the foam has a really nice brown tint to it. This to me means I need another application. So I rinse out my brush and thoroughly rinse the tire and wheel. I then reapply the Adams. Again, lightly agitate to coat the wheel and let it sit for another 2 minutes. After our 2-minute break, I go at it again with the stiff bristle brush and I give the tires a good scrub. You can see this time around the foam is white, showing me that I'm about done. So, again, I thoroughly rinse the wheel and the tire, and I grab my microfiber to give it one last good scrub. I fold over the towel and I make sure I clean the bead of the tire where a lot of grime collects. I can't really scrub this area with the brush because I really don't want to scratch my wheels. I also find that a good, decent quality throwaway towel is required here. Most of the towels that I've used, or the microfibers that I've used, disintegrate. These I pick up at Costco. I'll also put a link to the Amazon in the description below. These are decent throwaway towels. I get probably maybe an entire season out of tire scrubbing out of one towel, so you're not really wasting it. My next step is to clean the wheels with my favorite car wash suds. I'm using Meguiar's Ultimate Wash and Wax, and on wheels this dirty, I empty and clean the bucket between each wheel, and I also use a grit guard for added protection. Remember, it's best to keep your wheel wash supplies separate from your car wash supplies. Buckets, rags, grit guards, the works. Keep them all separate. That said, I'm using a newish microfiber. This is another one of those Costco Kirkland ones that I pick up either on Costco or Amazon. Costco's definitely cheaper, but Amazon's a lot more convenient. I'll drop a link in the description below to all of the stuff I use here. You guys can choose where you want to buy it from. I'm using a medium detail brush to clean all the corners and edges of the wheel, as well as the tire valve area, before moving on to the microfiber rag to finish the job. What I do is I clean the face of the wheel and the back of the spokes first. Then I reach in and clean the entire brake caliper before moving on to scrubbing the dirtiest part, which is the barrel of the wheel. Alright, so now we go for a really thorough rinse, followed by the optional spray of Hyde serum. I'm planning on doing a video dedicated to this product, but in a nutshell, if you spray Hyde serum on your rotors right after you rinse them, it prevents that thick layer of orange rust as the rotor dries, which of course leads to a big pile of orange dust the very first time you hit those brakes. Finally, I use my leaf blower to power dry all the nooks and crannies out of the wheels, as well as the overspray from the fenders. In most cases, I wash my wheels, then at a later date or time, I wash the car. When washing my car, I just simply cover my wheels and tires with a set of lawn and leaf bags I have cut for the purpose. The last part is not entirely necessary, but I simply take another one of those Costco microfiber towels and some spray wax, and I dry the remaining water spots, and I use this time to inspect my wheels, rotors, and calipers for new damage to obsess about. You can also see in this shot right here that the Hyde serum did a pretty good job of preventing all that orange rust on my rotors. So for normal daily driving, I just stop here. My preference is raw tires, or if I must, a really light coating just to give my tires a satin sheen. For all my tire shine needs for the last 2 years, I've been using Meguiar's Endurance Tire Gel. And so far it's given me the results I desire. For the next 2 steps of liberally applying tire gel, then scrubbing it off to a semi-gloss sheen with yet another Kirkland microfiber, these steps can be repeated as many times as necessary to give you the sheen that you want. It also helps to leave a thick coating on for 15 to 20 minutes before you buff it off, giving it time to penetrate the tire. Now if you really want that like super show shine, it came out well, the super show shine, what you do is after you're done buffing it off, drive to the show and then coat the tires one more time, and then just don't wipe it off until you leave. Even though it says no sling, any tire gel, as soon as it gets a little bit of water on it, it's going to sling up the side of your car and leave those annoying little grease dots all over the place. So that's why I spend so much time buffing it off, and plus, like I said, I kind of like that semi-gloss or satin sheen on my tires, if any at all. So I left home and I totally realized I forgot to put some kind of closer to this video. So we're driving in Belgium right now. I am just looking for some place to drive faster than 40 miles an hour because my daily commute. That's pretty much the top speed, and even if I can get to that speed. So just cruising around on a Saturday afternoon and just enjoying the day. So getting back to this video here, so this method really wasn't meant to be the be-all end-all, this is it, no other way to clean your wheels. This is more of like my quick way to show you guys that you can do it fairly quickly, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars on car products just to clean your wheels and tires. You know, as you can see, a couple of bucks in car products. I think the most expensive product I use is the tire and rubber cleaner, but again, I was using things like Simple Green and stuff like that, and I just found that spending a few extra dollars to get that tire and rubber cleaner really cut down on the amount of times I got to scrub. You know, like the Simple Green, it was like 3 or 4 times before that brown went away. Tire and rubber cleaner, 2 times, done. Now, if you guys have products or suggestions or even videos of you guys cleaning your wheels, please drop them in the comments below. I'd love to see all the crazy OCD stuff some of you guys do, or even some of the really basic methods that even cut the time of mine in half. All right, if you guys enjoyed this video, please gently press that like button. If you're stopping by for the first time, or you're one of the 75% of the people who watch my videos but are not yet subscribers, please consider subscribing. Click that little bell next to it so you know when I got a new video online. And as always, thanks for watching.